So let's see. We want to do. What are we looking at today, really? So, all right. So basics kind of maintain. We're going to have, the glitter squad. The glitter squad, i.e., the magical girls, versus the forces of evil, TM. And that's going to be the main one. Now, obviously, you can do glitter squad versus glitter squad. Glitter Squad, or forces of evil versus forces of evil. You can do that if you really want to. I'm not gonna stop you from doing it, but that's what we are pretty much doing. Are focused in small, heavily swarms. Big fancy magic rolls, magic points. All right. So I was thinking about this a little bit. But first things first, we need to actually decide on what the system is going to actually be. Oh, nay, another skirmish game. Yes. Actually, since I'm here, I may as well update everybody on this one. Nope, didn't mean to click that one. Not, don't look at my drive wallpapers. Go away. Where is the Zolder? There's the games and such. Not games and such. I have really awful names for all my folders. Weekend Warrior, there we go, Angel 69. Angel 69! Now, Angel 69 actually turned out relatively well. It's not flawless, mind you, and I still have to, like, add in all the back end here, but everything, like, gameplay-wise does, in fact, sort of work. I just need to fix everything up more than anything to make it a fully playable, awesome, cool game. But there's one thing I need to, like, note when it comes to this. It's very fascinating because usually how I do things, like, my usual, like, how to format is I do the how to play, then character creation, and then it's usually, like, main mechanic, kind of like main exterior, and then sub exterior. I'll put that right over here. Like, this is usually, like, my basic how to set things up. And it's for this reason that, everything kind of works the way that I like it to. It's like, okay, we know how to play the game, we know how to make characters, this is the combat system, and this is like the fucking horse riding system or something. Skirmish games are a little bit different because it's more like how to play main exterior, sub exterior, and then, more like list. Then it's list creation. Like, it's just a small difference, but it does change the flow of the work quite a bit. So bear in mind here. Oh god, we got a lot of people here. Is this the loot game? No, it is not. No, it's not the next one either. No. Glitter game is a game I'd actually want to play. Seems. Yes, this is actually going to be a skirmish game. More specifically, a skirmish game. Pretty much like what I'm aiming at is maybe about. Yeah, the fucking my notes here are a little. My notes here are a little bit hectic, so bear with me here. I need to put you right here. Need to put you right here. So roughly speaking, I'm looking at like three to five glitter squad. I'm gonna call them just glitters. While the actual forces of evil, I should say, might have like 20 dudes, but most of those are going to be shitties. That's how it's going to pretty much be. It's going to be like you're going to have 3 to 5 pretty good, well put together units versus a lot of shitties. Like, let's see. As far as I know, there's another game that was a war game of you. It happens. But yeah, no, there's of my skirmish games, I wrote Angel 69. This one turned out relatively well. It's not great, but it works. Glitterbreak is going to be my kind of like me exploring some more mechanics more than anything and seeing how I can make it work. I did also write Tits. This is Tits, or Total Tron, I swear. This is another one of my quote skirmish games. This one's a little bit different, a little bit odd. I actually got paid money for this one. And every fucking time, why? Why do you keep breaking? But yeah, these ones are a little bit, this one's a little bit weird because this one is actually tile-based. Like, tile-based games actually pretty easy to manage. It's the non-tiled-based one is when things get a little bit wonky. For me, anyway. For others, may not be. So, God, where do we even start? Well, let's start with actually our core mechanics. So, good old Angel 69 here actually used a 2d6 system. So let's see, Angel 69 used a 2d6, pretty much 2d6 plus mods versus a target TN effectively. That's how I'm gonna pretty much summarize Angel 69's system. You roll 2d6 plus whatever mods you end up getting, trying to beat a character's target number, or usually like 7. That's pretty much it. Nothing too exciting. That was not my answer. That was technically their request. Yeah, so it was their request for the name. Let's see. So we can go down for this one. We can do a D20 game. So D20 skirmish game, more along the Frostgrave. So let's do a D20 skirmish game. Sellsword miniatures, Star Wars miniatures, Dungeons and Dragons is a miniatures game. Oh Jesus. Family Labyrinth. Sellsword miniature skirmish game. Oh sweet Jesus. Let me think. Let's see. Frostgrave. Frostgrave uses a 2d20. Well, actually, no, it just uses a d20 if I remember correctly. And after you use the d20, you roll and hope for the best. You roll using your modifier, and then you try to beat. Usually, it's a target number, isn't it? I don't think I have Frostgrave though, and because I don't have Frostgrave, I can't really consult it. No worries, Manly. I will probably catch you later, early your morning and very late at night for me as I go over more cowboy games. You missed some good ones yesterday, though. Let's see. So, okay, let's just say that we're going to use a D20. Like, let's just say, in theory, we're going to use a D20 for our skirmish game. How ours is in your American soil. I don't sleep that well. This is a known fact. So actually, let's do. Maybe we do something like a D20 plus. D20 plus. If we do, let's say a D20 plus mods. And since we use a D20 plus mods, every unit's going to have a set of modifiers. D20 plus mods versus target TN. TN or 10. There we go. We can use that. Pretty much it's just 10, so if it's 50-50. Do I have a D20 in here? I do have a D20. So pretty much you're always going to be rolling versus whatever the target's TN is. It's usually going to be pretty average. We can average it out. Or you're going to be trying to roll against 10 effectively. Just, I rolled a 2, I failed. I rolled a 18, I succeed. Do we want to play it a little bit weird? Because the entire idea Okay, so let's say our entire idea is we're going to have 100 magic points. 100 magic points to spend on our guy. These are going to be our point lists. And the main thing is that the Glitter Squad is going to be able to pick up members on the cheap, and they're going to be able to customize each one of them. So it's going to be something like Attribute A, Attribute B, Attribute C, and then like Defense 10. You know, let's say like Defense 8, Willpower 8 or something. I don't fucking know. Let's just say like these are our basic attributes. So maybe we can do... Okay, this is going to sound really fucking cursed. Really fucking cursed, but bear with me. There is actually a reason I'm doing this. I can't escape this fucking game now. Because if we use something like... we can't use power. Maybe we can use something like strength. We'll use strength, agility, and magic. These will be our 3 core stats, because it's usually mind, spirit, body. But since we're dealing with a... Actually... If we do the, standard body, mind, spirit, if we do this, so it would be body X, mind Y, spirit Z. Keep defense standardized. Keep willpower as kind of like a drop willpower entirely. Because if we drop willpower, we instead replace it with... Because we don't want any individual unit being complicated. We don't want this to be complicated. Actually, what we can do is we'll add in a movement. I think move is important. Which we'll say an average is going to be 8 inches. 8 inches is pretty standard. What am I thinking of? Come on, Notepad. I know you can do this. You have it in your mind. Maybe something like a magic power? I don't fucking know. Magic power. If we really want to do, if we really want to be cursed about this, what we can do is emphasize, instead of raw numbers, assign like dice to it. Because the Glitter Squad members are a little bit more heroic, therefore they get a little bit more stuff going on. So it would be something like, for example, a basic Glitter Squad member is just going to be rolling a d20. That's all she's going to be rolling. A Glitter Squad member with, say, with 2 advancements in her body, for example, maybe rolling a d6. So she'd roll together. I rolled an 8 and a 3. I scored I scored an 11. All right. So we use a stacking dice modifier for GS, flat modifiers for forces for foe. Oh, excusez-moi. Don't I have that as a... Huh. I thought I had that as a mute button. I want to fix that when I get... I have to fix that when I'm free. Alright, so you're going to have things like D4 to, let's say, like, D4 to D12 is going to be fairly standard. So you're going to be able to buy like 3 ranks in body is going to be D4. It's going to be like D8. And then your magic power is going to be your... Let's just say everyone gets a solid 15. Everyone gets solid 15. Actually, everyone gets a standard of 10 magic power. And then actually we can do endurance 10. So everyone gets standard endurance. Everyone gets it. So this is going to be the standard Glitter Squad member. Or more accurately, something like this. So obviously you want to kind of invest in that. While foes are going to have something a little bit different. So foe, let's just say like I'm just going to call them the putties so far. Like a putty, for example, which is just going to be a basic goon member, is going to have like a body of 0, mind 0, spirit 0. They're literally just rolling d20s. Like they're supposed to be kind of shitties. They're not really supposed to do anything with like this and like 6 inches, we'll say like 1 endurance, 0 magic power. But the entire idea behind putties is that they're not really supposed to prove a threat. They're supposed to bog people down, which we can actually tie in with like a gang up mechanic. So it's less over the fact that it would be that, and we tie everything to a basic weapon. So like the putties are going to have this, but they're also going to have like a putt, like fucking putt fist or whatever. I don't know, like just standard attack of like 2, actually 1. So if they hit you, they're going to do 1 damage to you. But the idea is that putties aren't really supposed to be scary. It's in numbers they get scary, because it's not just 1 putty now, it's 5 putties. They're going to get a +5 to hit you and beat the shit out of you. Hello, Yanzu. Okay. Let's do... We drop these, go down here, our basic mechanic. Mechanic is going to be D20 plus modifier. Mod, but it's going to be DX. Actually, we'll do D20 plus DX. That's going to be our basic mechanic. For elites and that, putties aren't going to get anything. They're just going to probably get like a flat mod or something. That's fine. So if we do this as our like basic mechanics. And let's say, so if we do this, these are going to be our basic stats. Our most standard Glitter Squad member, because we want to base everything around the Glitter Squad more than anything. So we don't need putties here anymore. We'll drop these. The idea of the roll system is going to be put into place, and we can say like a standard... Yeah, no, that's the entire point, Ironside. But I'm a horrible human being, and it's just math issues with that game. I know how to do it. It's just math, and that's all it would be. It would literally be just me. Again, if I get $90 by March 13th, it'll be probably a weekend. It'll probably be me sitting here just going over the math. That's literally all it's going to be. Let's do, if we do leader, warrior, magician, support, and we'll call it like heart, for example. Actually, what we can do is we can add in the defender class. So these are our basic ideas. Leaders are going to get a few bonuses to just a little bit of everything. Warriors are going to be high on attack. So it's going to be something like, let's say, for example, and we can actually do these for the elites as well. So these are going to be roles for elites. And then we actually want to put you right here. Traits, attributes. So we're gonna do magic. Magic based off of. I actually originally thought the Zodiac, but then I kind of went back on it, and then it. See, if I wanted to be really cursed, and I do mean like really cursed, I would say we're gonna base it off of the Zodiac. Which would be like, oh, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius. These would be where all the magic comes from, is one of these ones. If I wanted to be a little bit more safe, I could probably do something else. Wouldn't be astrology, it would be, there's also like this pretty standard like fire, water, earth, air, void. That's a pretty standard one that's pretty easy to draw from. So this one is Zodiac or something else. I don't really, I really don't know with that one. But generally speaking, let's keep it here. Leaders are going to get a bonus when guiding others. When guiding others, or the minions. Warriors gets warriors gets a +2 to hit and damage. Let's see. Magicians get more magic points, i.e. more ability to actually spend shit to do bigger magic. Actually, magic points and regen. Sport has more spells. Sport has more spells and utility options. Pretty much support is literally going to be, you're not really good at anything in particular, you're just good at making sure everybody else is doing their job better. Defender. Let's see, Defender has +5, let's say +5 endurance and +5 and +5 and +2 defense. Let's just say that, like as raw, if you choose to be this, or this, and actually what I should do is add in one more right up here, which we're gonna call unfocused. Actually, what we can, how do I want to do it is like rookie, which is none, which is nothing. So the idea is that you can purchase your first initial Magical Girl. Let's just say this, for example. Let's just say you purchase your initial, like, let's say we purchase a Magical Girl, and she costs 10 points. And let's say she costs 10 NP. We can give her a class. Let's give her, like, the Warrior class. So she's going to get all those bonuses. She's going to, like, for, like, 5 or something. And then she's going to be able to pick up, like, 2 rank, you know, +2. She's going to be able to, like +2 body and +2 body, +1 mind, and, like, defense, and then, like, +2 defense. And then it's like, alright, that's going to cost 6. This is going to cost 3. 3, and defense is going to cost 4 or whatever. This is just like a raw basic example of what character creation should look like. Sort of like, all right, so our new magical girl would look like body body D6, mind D4, spirit D0, defense 10, movement 8 inches, endurance 10, and magic power 10. And because she is a warrior, we're going to look down here. She gets +2 to hit. So because she is a warrior, she's going to get +2 to hit and +2 damage. That's it. Congratulations. We have successfully made our first character. It's just like raw basics information. Sometimes that's all you need, just to prove it works. And obviously the forces of evil are going to be able to get as much as they want by virtue of it being they are the forces of fucking evil, but the problem is they have to manage a bunch of shitties that are going to get annihilated. Because they don't want to work together very much. So, magic based off the Zodiac. Each character has magic points, and spells. I might need to make a spell list, or I might make a custom spell system. Don't know how to do that yet. Each character has magic points and spells. Spend magic points to cast spells. And like, I'm thinking about having like a set of like very generic spells. Things like shoot, which is just, you know, ranged attack. Like basic range attack, blast, which is like going to be a blast attack, obviously, and then like beam, which is going to be a line attack. That's literally all this is going to be. Like very simple, very much to the point, but the concept being it's like, oh, I'm in Aries, so because I am in air, like how I would think about like the Zodiac would be like, because I am X, I get access to XYZ spells, and gain a plus X to these abilities. You can get more Zodiac signs, but you can only really kind of go left or right on the Zodiac. Kind of like that idea, like you can't like just go complete opposite. Like if we go to astrology signs, for example, like here's all the stupid astrology signs. If you choose to be Libra, let's say you choose to be Aries, you can go to Pisces or Taurus, but you can't go to, say, Cancer right away unless you pick up Taurus, Gemini, then Cancer. Or you can't go to Sagittarius unless you pick up Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn. So it's kind of that idea of like inadvertently restricting people, but I don't know if that'll even work properly. Does remind me what I would need to do is weapons. We'll do weapons and abilities. Weapons and abilities are our flat damage values plus in effect. Which luckily enough, what we can really do if we really want to be cursed is we add this and then we do put it right here and then we say armor is bonus health plus defense at higher tiers, but it costs more. So it could be like the basic idea, like everyone's going to start with their magical girl outfit or whatever. Everyone's going to start with that. That's going to be just your base 10 health pretty much. That's going to be nothing. But you might pick up like your magical girl, it might be armored dress, and it's going to give you a +5 endurance / +5 It's going to give you a +5 endurance plus like 1 defense or something. Just by virtue of picking this up, you're paying a little for it, you're going to be able to increase these little stats over here. When would your magnum opus Magical Girl rule set come out? See, originally, this game was born, this particular game was born from me having a note in my to-do list of things I would like to do. Here, I'll bring it up. Things Notepad add-on wants to do. Which was just a pure Magical Girl game. Just because it's funny nowadays, because like when you, it's like, what's a Magical Girl game? Like, if you just type in Magical Girl, like the first fucking thing, these are the first things that come up. Like, this is like, you've just opened up Google fucking Images, mind you. And I know it's kind of tailored to me. However, bear with me here. It's like, here's Meguca. Here's literally the one where she turns into a giant man. Meguca some more. Then we have some older ones. Precure, which is fucking nuts. Like, Precure is nuts. Meguca is dead. Everyone is dead. Or you get, like, meme ones. Like, yeah, this is Magical Girl Ore. If you ever wanted something stupid and funny to watch, Magical Girl Ore is Kino. But yeah, so I was like, where is, like, just a classic, like, just teenage girls beat the shit out of monsters? That isn't really a thing. That is a facet of the market which is not exploited. And luckily for everybody involved, I'm here to exploit it. So Glitterbreak was kind of that, and kind of mixed in with the concept that there really isn't a... There was never a Magical Girl Skirmish game, even though you think that, like, yes, this should make complete sense. I wonder if there's Tokatsu, not Tokatsu Spider-Man, Tokatsu Skirmish War game. Like Savage Tokatsu, I guess. This is... It's fucking Savage Worlds. Like, this is the only one. It's a fucking one-page game. Yeah, like, there really isn't... You would think that would be like, yes, this is something somebody would make at one point, but not really. Where was the... straight up Magical Girl game, no gimmicks. I'll just make, like, I don't know, a Crystart game. Yeah. Couple of... Actually, I should say, I haven't been a while since I've been here. I added a few more. A literal game about animals, a literal game about sports. Technically, I can make this one go away. The JRSD, the Psycho Psychic RPG, and Project Sidewinder. Those are the ones that kind of got added. Nothing else really is changed, except all the Sprugazines. I'll go over these one day. But, let's see. So, we got those glitter squads, aren't really that big. Rolls for elites. Objective in the glitter squad is preventing those objectives. So if we really want to, we can turn down the health entirely and just make armor health. Like, literally nobody has endurance. Like, endurance just isn't a thing. So the putties, anytime they get hit, they just explode because they're fucking putties. That could work. Also, I hope everyone knows what I'm saying when I say putties, by the way. I'm really hoping that, and I'm not just proving that I am, in fact, just a fucking boomer. Power Ranger boomer. So... So I will actually... I will ask some people who I know are, like, pretty into war games and stuff what they would want to see here in this regard. Would they want to be able to buy a new equipment and say, like, here's like a base and here's this, or would they want to be like armored dress, 15 endurance, and 10 defense or whatever? Which one seems most appealing from, like, A, a design standpoint, and B, like, just a raw, like, here it is standpoint? I'm personally leaning toward this one. But that's also me. Let's see. So we know what we want to do for them, but I should put a note. I'm going to put a note all the way up here, which is the forces of evil are consistent. Actually, what am I doing? I have a section on the force of evil. We do... So foe have a preset list of available options as they serve the Dark Lord. I need something ominous to really sell the fact that this is a horrifying magical girl show. Yes. And playing a genre straight is more of a subversion than subverting. Yeah. Is it a skirmish game? Yes, it is. Yeah, because that was kind of one thing going into this, is that I did want a campaign mode, and with the basic idea being like, most of the time it's going to be like 2 to 4 people. Like one of you is playing, the forces of, someone is going to be playing the forces of evil. Then it's like the glitter squads, and then like a glitter squad. This is like the most like basic. We'll call it just like a two player campaign, with the idea of being like we're competing to see who wins the day. Will the glitter squad win, or will the forces of evil win at the end of the day? However, like larger campaigns could be like multiple forces of evil. Slash multiple glitter squads, and for X player campaigns. But this one would be a lot more about competition. It's kind of this inadvertent competition with like an end goal, while this one's a little bit more like we're playing. This is the story. Like this is a season of a shitty magical girl anime, while the kind of the bigger one would be the glitter squad, the first glitter squad to do X, Y, and Z, that wins, and the first forces of evil lieutenant does this X, Y, and Z is victorious, because there is going to be like a little bit of lore, and the entire bit of lore is Dark Lord of evil and chaos and darkness. Dark Lord of evil and chaos and darkness is invading Earth. But he's also a dumbass, so he pretty much the entire idea is like this is a show to him. Like this is something that he wants to win, but at the same time he doesn't want to. Thus he's kind of crippling his own side. Where Spec Martin, yeah. Has higher minimum dues with the same amount of gear to spread around. Kind of the idea of like how I would want to do that is that the glitter squad is entirely kind of quote elites, and they work together. They have some things that are going to be unique to them, while a foe list is going to have just the lieutenant and the LT plus minions. Pretty much you have one big elite and many minions, and that elite though is who you're really focusing around. That's who you're really going to dump all your time and effort into, because they're the big bad. They're the ultimate villain that the glitter squad needs to oppose. But what I would do for like the minions for customization wise, it would be like minion improvements. Like you start off with shitty putties, but the putties will slowly gain like putties with guns. That's what it's gonna be. Only plays Glitter Squad. Glitter Squad versus Glitter Squad combat. Pretty much what that would be like. If some, in a full big campaign, a Glitter Squad versus Glitter Squad would quite literally be you're competing over, like, I would probably put in like some bullshit like MacGuffin or something. Like there's a power crystal that everyone's fighting over. Yeah, that's pretty much what it would be. I am debating on giving like the Glitter Squad the Glitter Squad pretty much like the bullshit useless man character, pretty much Tuxedo Mask. Like they're gonna get Tuxedo Mask. Like Tuxedo Mask does nothing. That's the joke. He's not actually doing anything of value. The thing with Tuxedo Mask is that everybody benefits while he's around. He doesn't do anything. He's very bad at everything, but he's going to do well. Like he's going to make everybody else better. But most of the time, he's just going to get the shit beat out of him. Which is going to be the big idea. It's like he just gets the... You need to protect your one guy, your buff stick. Exactly, like, he does something. Like, he's definitely there to prevent, but it's not like I'm going to use the power of God and anime on my side. Tuxedo Mask is like, haha, I'm here. Ta-da! Like, he doesn't have magic or anything. He is helping TM. So if we do this, and the force of evil, they serve the Dark Lord, mostly built. Built around the LT plus minions. Add in subordinates later. And of course you can have like we just want to play that, so it'd be your LT, then you have to buy your subordinates, which is usually not going to be as cost effective. You'll play like kill team game, yeah. That's kind of the plan there. Ethical is you have one side which is really specialized and pretty good at doing one thing, while the forces of evil are trying to do something. So like an objective, like an example, hello phone. Like an example objective may be like who's. I'm gonna have to head out here soon. Would be something like the foe wants to kidnap civilians. Wants to kidnap civilians. Stop them. So because they now have this objective, the Glitter Squad now has to do something to prevent this objective. So it's instead of like here's a universal one, of course breaking them would be work. However, one of the main ideas would be the Glitter Squad may not have the numbers, but they definitely have the utility to do everything, but they're always on the back foot in some regard. They end up needing to do something to stop the forces of evil. And usually it's playing defense. We need to protect the civilians. We need to make sure the bank doesn't explode. We need to put out the fire. Usually the forces of evil just have to either do their objective and fuck off, or, stop them from doing it. Very, very simple. And what I would like to do is make those minions not scary, but still valuable. That's the one fear with the forces of evil I could see in my mind, is that the minions are either going to be really valuable because you just swarm the board with shitties. That's the entire plan. Or they're useless and you never bring them. Like, You just bring the lieutenant and a bunch of subordinates because that's how you fight. So let's see. I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like I'm missing something from this equation. Elite swarms. I'll probably have like 6. Actually, no, I'll probably have like 5 generics. 5 generics. And then when you buy a subordinate, it's pretty much just gonna be like your lieutenant but shittier. With the idea being any subordinate cannot be stronger than your lieutenant. So if you buy a shit ton of subordinates early on, you won't be able to level them up at all. They're gonna be bad. Because they have to be weaker than your main guy. While the glitter squad can work together. But everyone wants to also get rookies. And the other thing that I'm slightly worried about, and I'm going to have to do this, which is going to be Magical Girl spam more than anything. Which the entire idea is prevent glitter squads from spamming out low cost elites. So that would be my goal. All right. This is going to be a little bit weird, but if we base everything off of D20, that should work pretty well. Now, if Yanzu is still in here, effectively what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using Flying Swordsman's mechanics for this, because that should work in practice. And what I may do is expand out the trait system. That actually reminds me. I'll put this note in here. So it would be like... We'll put like up here. Magic's getting moved again. Like, traits are going to be things like special moves, bonus attacks, etc. You want to buy those traits, you want to buy all these as you slowly level up your guys, and you slowly increase that. Okay. Not entirely sold on this, and I know how I can see the magic work. I can see it in my head how the magic works. I don't know how to put it together though. And I'm gonna have to yell at my skirmish guys, but I'm feeling good. Actually, you know, all in all, I'm feeling pretty confident about what this is. Everyone's gonna be moving about 8 inches. We'll say it's gonna be about it'd be 28 millimeter. Play it on a 2x3 table, with the basic concept being that you're supposed to move around, you're blasting people, and you're going to be saying, if we really want to, what we could do is we give the other die, pretty much the attribute die, a special name, which could be like, oh, you hit someone with a weapon, for example. I hit you with my magic sword, I roll, and I have a 4 on it, for example, right here. I've succeeded in the check. I've succeeded, I added everything together, and I get to add that to my health, or add that to my damage or something. I think that could work pretty well. Be a little bit weird, but it should work. Probably, actually, I'm going to put a note here real fast before I do it. We'll probably have to do like one action, you know, one action around. One action a turn, activation system. So one action a turn activation system. So pretty much it's like I activate something, you activate something, but that does bring me to, and I do actually have a system for this. Minion squads act together. Now, this particular system I used in Monster Girl, it was Monster Girl Warfare, that was it. The Monster Girl Warfare game, that never really went anywhere. I kind of wrote some basic ideas, but the entire idea of that game was you have to activate units as normally, but certain units on the monster side, they pretty much act as war bands. You have one central leader, they activate everybody, and they move together. The humans kind of go based off regiments. As long as there's a commander there, the regiment acts. This one we can kind of use this the same way. If there's a subordinate or the leader, they can move minions, or you're having to base it off a single minion. Like this central minion is now able to kind of move things around, which does allow the magical girls to start to kind of think ahead and be like, I want to blast that minion, I want to blast them in this row because that's going to cut off these guys into 2 separate squads, which now is going to make them less effective. Like, these guys are fundamentally not as effective anymore because they can't kind of go together, and they're kind of opening us up to blast them better. But, yeah, I'm going to call that for today, actually, because I have to head out. We'll talk about this probably a little bit short today. I'm only about an hour. But next Friday, we're going to start the game formally. And you get to hear me rant about Magical Girls even more. And tomorrow, I'm going to be working on the Saga video. The Saga videos are going to be weird, and expect a lot of weird shit in my server. So, thank you all very much for watching. I know I'm a little bit shorter than usual today, but I hope to see you on Friday, and hope to see you on Saturday for the Rootin' Tootin' case of Western role-playing games. So, Godspeed, good luck, and I'll catch you all on the flip side. Away.